A roundup of the latest news now. Here are our top stories. Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu makes a surprise appearance at the Beyond the Music Festival in Manchester with a personal rendition of the Bob Dylan song Blowing in the Wind. We'll have a special report. Shortly after the concert, Israel handed itself in to the International Criminal Court, confirming that it would renounce violence indefinitely as part of a plea bargain. The UK offers dozens of migrants detained on the island of Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean a temporary move to Romania. We'll be speaking to a spokesperson for the mayor of the Romanian city of Sibiu, which is part of the scheme. And Germany considers sending migrants to Rwanda. We'll hear from the German Foreign Ministry. More on those top stories to come. First to Manchester, where, in spite of its ongoing bombardment of Gaza and Lebanon, Israel's PM Benjamin Netanyahu made a surprise appearance on stage at the closing night of the Beyond the Music Festival in Manchester yesterday. Our reporter Ian Drury was at the event. How many roads must a nation blow up before you call it a democracy? How many seas must our warships sail before we bury them in the sand? Yes, and how many times must missile-bearing drones fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, and how many years must the people exist before they're washed into the sea? And how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? Many times, if you're me. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, and how many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? And how many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Shortly after the concert, Israel handed itself in to the International Criminal Court in The Hague in a move that has taken many political commentators by surprise. The ICC and Israel would not comment on the matter, but we were given a secret recording of the conversation between Mr. Netanyahu and ICC security guard Ezekiel Gabriselassie, who was on duty when Mr. Netanyahu arrived at ICC headquarters in The Hague in the early hours of the morning. Excuse me, sir. You are not permitted to enter. Oh, yes, I am. I enter territory that isn't mine for a living. That's how I roll. Sir, you seem drunk. I am not drunk. I just performed one heck of a show, actually. Anyway, do you not know who I am? I believe that you are Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel. That's right. So, okay, maybe I had a little to drink. It tends to bring the truth out of me, which is extremely rare, I'll give you that. The truth is, I've realized I'm a war criminal, and I deserve to be in the same category as Adolf Hitler, Idi Amin, Joseph Stalin, Mao Zedong, Saddam Hussein. The list goes on. Yes, but, Mr. Netanyahu, while we appreciate the candor None of those leaders grace the ICC with their presence. So what makes you so special? Well, first of all, the ICC was only founded in 2002. So even if those guys wanted to, like me, have an epiphany of self-reflection, only Mr. Hussein would have been alive at the time. Besides, I like to go where no man has gone before, whether that's drone-bombing infants or handing myself in at the ICC. Okay, I believe your explanation to be genuine and credible. Please wait here while I call the custody officer. Dozens of migrants detained on the Indian Ocean island of Diego Garcia, which is also used by the UK and US military, have been offered what the UK government terms the opportunity to be temporarily relocated to Romania. The top official running the territory, Paul Candler, requested that the government bring all of the migrants to the UK because of what he described as a dangerous and unsustainable situation in the camp amid mass incidents of self-harm. Mr. Candler stepped down a month later, saying in his resignation letter that he'd found the migrant situation increasingly difficult. Adrian Hoci, spokesperson for Sibiu municipality, the Romanian city participating in the transfer scheme, issued the following press statement. It's true that we are receiving migrants, from octogenarians to tiny infants. We don't ask questions, ethical or otherwise. We just take brown envelopes, say yes and don't apologize. This is Romania, land of the bear, wolf and lynx, where political conspiracy dominates. It stinks. 35 years on from communism to newfound riches, we recognize that we are nothing more than the West's bitches. Please don't blame us. We are not the only ones. The UK is morally corrupt. We are simply taking funds. Germany is considering sending migrants to Rwanda using the same facilities used by the UK government for the UK's now discontinued scheme to detain migrants in the East African country. I spoke to Walter Gunther from the German Federal Foreign Office. Yeah, it's true. In case you are beginning to wonder, we are sending you all the way to Rwanda. 8 years may have passed, but there is no mystery. That's because we are still steeped in our racist history. So if you're not Aryan or blonde, and even though you may be hireable, our policies clearly confirm that you're acutely undesirable. So pack your things and piss off as quickly as you can. Whether you're a toddler, child, old woman, or man, if you're fleeing execution or persecution, the message from the German nation is get the fuck out of here, we're cancelling immigration.